Hi, this is Jennie Carlson, the Body Image Builder, and this is yoga to help heal your low back. We're going to start in down dog. So come into an upside down V, plant your hands, walk your feet back, and lift your hips. Try to work your legs as straight as possible and work the heels down towards the earth. We want to focus on the back here, so try to lift the tailbone up high and spread the sit bones wide. Open up those sit bones and lift as high as you can. Press into your hands and draw the shoulder blades up and hug the spine between the shoulder blades. Shake your head no. And nod your head yes. Try to find freedom and ease in the neck and shoulders. We want to feel this in the hamstrings, maybe the calves and the back, and engage your core here. We're going to really use this all the way throughout this practice. And the core is not just your belly, it's 360 degrees all the way around. Navel pulls back into spine, the side bodies hug in towards the spine, and the low back engages and hugs into the spine as well. So 360 degrees compressing in, just like if you were wearing a corset. Go ahead and step your feet wide, a little bit wider than hip width. Turn the toes out, drop the hips down as far as you can, coming into Malasana or yogi squat. Now notice the spine here is nice and open. The heart is open here. So try to lift the chest, lift the tailbone here. You're going to have a little tug of war with your knees and elbows. The elbows are inside the knees, and your elbows are going to push the knees open towards the pinky toes. See if you can put your weight in the pinky toe side of your foot and maybe even lift the big toe mound of your foot up. Really big here. And at the same time, your knees are going to squeeze into the elbows. So you've got this tug of war going. I like to call this the thigh master. No need for any fancy equipment. You have your amazing body and it does everything you could ever want. Again, 360 degrees of core here. Really engage and use your breath. This pose is not one of the most comfortable poses, so anytime you need a break during any of these poses, gently come out, take a breath, and come back when you're ready. As we hold these poses, we're opening up, we're warming and stretching our muscles all at the same time, helping heal the muscles and heal the joints and heal the ligaments that maybe have been harmed with throwing the back out. Typically the culprit is tight hips or tight hamstrings or tight back or weak core. So we're going to work on all of those. Go ahead and sit back, extend the legs out forward, cross the right heel on top of the left toe, plant the right hand down and lift the spine really tall here, and only walk that left hand as far as you can with a flat back. Now, if you have a hard time sitting up straight here, like the tail, if you had a tail attached to your tailbone is totally tucked under, you can't lift it up, get a blanket or a pillow and sit on it and help lift that tail out. So wherever you are right now, try to lift that tail up and out as much as you can. Lift the heart and 360 degrees of core, pulling in, compressing in, and breathing. Really extend through the heels. Try to straighten the legs. Notice where you feel this tightness. Is it in the hamstrings? Is it in the hips? Or is it in the low back? We're going to switch sides. You're going to take the left heel and place it on top of the right toes. Plant the left hand by your hips and push in to lift that spine nice and tall. Untuck that tail again. Walk that right hand only as far forward as you can with a flat spine. This is very, very important here because we don't want to overstretch those low back muscles. So really engage that 360 degrees of core and breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Take the breath to the tight spots, wherever you feel it tight. Unwind. Plant both heels on the earth. Lift the arms up, sitting tall, and fold forward at the hips. Just hinge forward, only as far as you can. And then very gently round the spine out. Relax here. Only go as far as it feels comfortable to hold for 10 to 20 breaths here. Allow the head and neck to relax, taking the chin down to the chest. And again, don't let that belly relax here. Even though we're folding forward, still engage that core. Pull the 360 degrees all the way up and in here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Go ahead and relax the jaw, the forehead. Those will not help your hamstrings or your hips or your back loosen up at all. So relax any tension and just focus on where you're feeling the sensation here. Big inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can walk a little bit further forward with your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Can you walk a little bit further with your fingers? And maybe we don't really even move physically, but we engage internally and we can feel a shift in the body. We can feel a difference. Can you try to lift your tail out even more here, even though we're rounding the spine? Can you lift that tail out even more? Really being kind to this low back, stretching it. Many of the problems stem from too tight of a low back, too loose of a core, or too tight or too loose of hips and hamstrings. So we're going to work on all of those today. Really breathing through it. Giving yourself space and energy to do so. I want you to be aware of the thoughts that you have on your hamstrings, your hips, and your back. Are you labeling them? Are you judging them? I have a bad back. I got issues with my back. I got a bum knee. I got a bum hip. Whatever it may be, our brain hears what we say and it tells our body what to do to be accordingly to what we say. So maybe starting to shift the words that we say. Instead of a bad back or issues, maybe I'm healing, I'm nurturing, I'm loving, I'm stretching, I'm strengthening, I am releasing, being gentle. Inhale, slowly rise up and go ahead and we're going to come into fire log pose. So you're going to take that right ankle and cross it under your left hip and that left ankle and cross it over your right knee. So you want to be stacked just like fire logs. So look down at your foot and I want from your heel of that left leg all the way to the knee to be in a straight line. So press that pinky toe side of that left foot strong into that right knee. Now, if this is too much for that bottom leg, you can straighten it out and come into a figure four. We're going to work that left knee down towards the earth. Really breathe deep into your hips. Now, just a little bit about me. When I first tried to do this pose, I couldn't sit up straight. So if you're not able to sit up straight here, again, grab a blanket or a pillow and sit on it and try to get your tailbone out. That was 13 years ago. And when the teacher got everybody here and then said, fold forward, I was not folding forward. I couldn't even sit up straight. So if you're struggling to sit up straight, just keep working on sitting up straight. If you're feeling comfortable here, hinge the hips, fold forward with a flat spine as far as you can, and keep that 360 degree core engagement here. Really keep that low back safe by engaging and pulling that navel into the spine. Breathe here. Big, deep breaths in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Slowly unwind and switch sides. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Really taking it out. We want to make sure that that left foot isn't curling up and in towards you. Press that pinky toe side down so you have a nice straight line from your ankle all the way to your knee. Notice, is one side a little bit tighter than the other? Or maybe a little bit looser? Just be aware. There's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. It's just being aware of where your body is. And we want to work towards balance. That's what we're working towards. So we're not off balance. We don't throw our back out because one side is too tight and the other side is too loose. So finding a good balance here. Now our hips are connected to our sacral chakra, our emotional seat. It's where we are creative. If you're comfortable here, fold forward. So if you're having a lot of emotions arise for you in this pose, it is totally normal and totally okay. Just breathe with it. Emotion is energy in motion, and that is meant to move through us. If we hold it down, we can cause dis-ease. And that may be why the hips are hurting so much, because we have shoved a whole bunch of our emotions that we either didn't know how to deal with or didn't want to deal with down there. So just breathe through it. Allow whatever emotion comes for you up and allow it to come out. If you need to scream, scream. If you need to cry, cry. Give yourself permission to feel your feelings. You are human. It's okay to be human. I give you permission to be human. And slowly unwind here. We're going to go ahead and lay onto our back. So go ahead and come all the way down nice and slow. Bring the knees into your chest and just hug them in. This feels so good on the low back. There's this nice decompression here. And really use your knees to push into yourself. Use your hands to push your knees into your belly. And take big belly breaths here. So the belly fills up really full and pushes into the knees. And the knees are pushing in and it pushes down into the back. Now coming into yogi bicycles. We're going to hug the knee in and extend the leg. Exhale as you pull the knee in. And inhale as you switch. You're going to try to work that leg towards straight all the way down. You're going to work on getting the chin and chest, shoulders up off of the earth and hugging into the knee. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Relax the head and shoulders on the earth and just pull the knees in. And then we want to make sure that the low back never arches. It is always flat on the ground. So really push from the navel down to the spine to keep that flat. So look down too. If the belly is pushing up, we want to train it to push down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Bring both knees into the chest and relax here again. Big, deep, full belly breaths. Really strengthening that core. Keeping that back flat on the earth. Good, deep breaths. Very cleansing to the lungs to take deep, full breaths. Keep pulling those knees in. Try to tuck the tailbone down towards the earth to lengthen the spine even more. Maybe even rock back and forth and side to side. Go ahead and rise back up, and we're going to come into a seated twist here. So extend the left leg and cross the right leg over. Left arm wraps around that right knee, and right hand comes behind the tailbone and acts as a second spine. You're not leaning into it. You're actually pushing in to help extend the heart forward and the spine taller and straighter. If your hips are feeling nice and open, you can go ahead and tuck that left heel up towards the right hip. or keep this extended. Really focusing on big belly breaths here. Inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, navel to spine. Now these spinal twists are really detoxifying to the body, not only to the spinal column, but also to the internal organs. It's like giving your insides a nice little massage. Keep breathing. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And go ahead and switch. Cross that left leg over the right. Right arm hugs that knee into the chest as tight as you can. Extend the left arm behind you. Again, not to lean in and lean back, but to push into the earth and open that spine even taller. How's the tail here? Is the tail tucked under you? Can you lift the tail? Maybe sitting on blankets here, or manually using your hands to help pull the flesh away to open up that tail more. So this internal organ massage that we're doing, it's almost like wringing out a dirty washcloth. We're squeezing it out with every exhale, navel to spine. And as we inhale, they fill back up with fresh oxygenated blood. And then we exhale, and so we squeeze it all out again. Every exhale, squeezing it out, we detoxify all of those internal organs in there, so we can have better digestion, metabolism. Unwind and come back onto your back. We're going into happy baby pose here. So bring the knees up towards your armpits. Take your elbows inside the knee and then cross the wrist over the ankle and grab a hold of the pinky toe side of your foot. Or maybe you grab a hold of your shin or your knee here and just hold on to your knee. Now you're going to have this tug of war again. Your feet are flexed and your heels are going to try to push up straight towards the ceiling, and your hands are going to pull them back down towards the earth and see if you can get those knees to touch the ground. And then allow the tailbone to reach down towards the earth again, trying to get as much of your spine on the earth as possible. Big, huge, deep belly breaths again. And notice where you're feeling it here. Are you feeling it in the hips? Are you feeling it in the hamstrings? Are you feeling it in the back? Just being aware. Slowly release your knees and plant your feet down to the earth and drop your knees over to the right into a passive reclining twist. Arms open up to a T and you look over the left shoulder. So we have a full twist from tailbone to crown of the head here. Now the seated twist was more of an active twist. We were really working in it. This one is more passive, and we kind of allow gravity and our body to do the work for us. But it is no less important to do here. This is still really healing. The spine, if you'd like a little deeper twist, bring the knees together and up towards your armpit. Maybe even use your right hand to gently push the knees towards the earth, and maybe feel a stretch in that left hip as well. But twists are really important to spinal health here. We have all of these nerve bundles that come from our brain out to our body, and they're encased in this spine. And sometimes they can get knotted, they can get kinked, they can get stuck. And so twisting and moving helps open up and unkink and release any of the knots. Now, our brain is the messenger to our body, and it sends signals to our body to digest, to replenish cells, to regrow, to slough off, to detox. And so our body also talks to our brain and tells our brain this is what's going on. Unwind, hug the knees back into the chest, plant the feet back by the sit bones, and drop the knees over to the left. Spinal twist, extend the arms out to a T and look over the right shoulder. So if there is a kink or a knot or something in our spine that is not properly aligned, then our body's not getting the signal, north or southbound. Just imagine a traffic jam. If there's a traffic jam, you're not going anywhere. There's a signal that's getting stopped. So our body becomes at dis-ease with itself. And then things happen, like we throw out our back, we get a bulging disc. If you'd like a deeper twist, bring those knees together and up towards that left armpit, and gently use the left hand to press the knees towards the earth. Maybe feel a gentle stretch in the right hip. So it's very important to have good spinal health. And so we start in our mind, though. We've already talked about this, having those positive thoughts, healing, nurturing, supporting, strengthening, lengthening, opening, releasing, all of those good words, and try to stop the vocabulary of bad and issues and something's wrong with it. Just be aware that everything happens for a reason. Your body is just trying to help you learn and experience the things that you need to learn in this lifetime. So maybe start asking your back or your hips, your hamstrings questions. What can I do to support you? What are you trying to teach me? What can I learn from you? Bring the knees back into the chest, pull the belly in, and come up to a comfortable seated position. We're going to go to the wall here. So go ahead and take your legs all the way up the wall. And if you'd like to have a blanket or pillow underneath your hips here, that feels really nice. And we're just going to rest here. Notice where you feel tight. Can your legs go all the way straight, or are your hamstrings so tight? Work them towards straight. And then relax here. Allow the weight of your body and gravity to pull you in, and relax here. Close your eyes and be with your breath and your body in this moment. Because your body in this moment is perfect, whole, and complete, just as it is. It is exactly what you need to learn the things that you need to learn to be the best you in this earth journey that you are on. And if we can learn to love and embrace that instead of resisting, you may have heard that what you resist persists. Well, if we keep resisting our back problems, our bad back, and I don't like it, it makes me mad, I can't do this, and we argue with reality, we are crazy. Okay, my back has, this stuff going on, and I need to figure out how to deal with that, how to handle that. And by doing this yoga, you are doing that right now. But how can we not resist it? How can we love what is? What does our back do for us currently? What do our legs do for us currently? What does our core do for us currently? Our arms. We have so many things to be grateful for, and we focus on the one negative. I get to go every day and do the things that I love. I am surrounded by my family. I can get up and I can walk around, or maybe it's hobble, but I can still get around. Or if not, if I'm bedbound because this injury is disabling me, people come to me. I still have what I need. And breathe into that acceptance. Breathe into that love of what your body does for you every single day. Give back to your body. Yoga is a beautiful way to give back. Rest is a good way. Eating whole, healthy foods, more vegetables and fruits than processed foods. Drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. Oh, that's such a gift to your body to say thank you for taking care, for moving me everywhere I need to go. Big, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. Big, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out the mouth. Couple more big, deep, full breaths. Breathing in that love, breathing in that gratitude, and breathing out anything that doesn't align with love and with gratitude. Slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your knees into your chest and roll over to the right side of your body. We're going to come on to our hands and knees and do a couple of cat-cows here, just gentle tilts of the pelvis and maybe through the upper spine as well, just to bring a little bit of movement. Go as far as it feels good for you. And then we're going to work our way into spinal balance. And again, only go as far as you can go, keeping 360-degree core engagement. So spinal balance, the left leg lifts, the right arm extends, exhale, release. The right leg lift, left arm lifts. So opposite arm and leg are lifting on the inhale. And as you exhale, they release. Now we're going to inhale and lift the leg and arm, and exhale, bring the elbow and knee together underneath our body and extend again and release. Inhale, lift, exhale, squeeze together, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, release. A little more core, a little more stability. Do as many as you like, or just one or two, and then sit back in child's pose. Allow the body to stretch, and allow anything that doesn't serve you, serve your mind, serve your body, to roll off your back into the earth, to be supported and transformed by Mother Earth, by the universe, or the God of your understanding, all for your highest good. Congratulations, way to go, and take care of your back. You are awesome. Keep doing this 2-3 times a week to see the best results. If you have any questions, or if you would like some private instruction, we can do over video or here in person in Farmington. You can email me, bodyimagebuilder@gmail.com. Have a fabulous day. Namaste.